All right. Well, welcome back to a special edition episode of Ugly Thirds. Gentlemen, what do we got today?
Isn't
Yeah,
that your
we
job to say what we got? It's there. Winter Classic jerseys, jersey news.
no,
John Trems, take it away.
I got this, John. Absolutely huge news coming out today. They are selling full gallon jugs of the McRib sauce along with the relaunch of the McRib. So
Truly the news we all needed.
we're gonna go slide by slide and talk about our experiences with the McRib, and then we'll critique the sauce bottle and kind of give our final thoughts. So
It
whenever you
comes
guys
out
are ready.
Next on Ugly Thirds.
but there's no intro.
But up, but
I mean, I can edit it. All
Boy,
right, I'll put it. I'll put it in. I'll cut it in. Okay.
we
Okay.
have derailed.
So that's all right. Anyways, so jerseys were released today, gentlemen. What was released?
Jerseys? You just said that.
Okay. Well, then I'll just put the picture up.
Middle school teacher Phil comes out of let's tease the lead. So we knew about the Blackhawks jersey. That leaked a long time ago. We did an episode on that.
Haven't done my training yet for the literacy stuff, but FYI, so that's why
it shows.
Yes.
It shows. Because can you read what's on that St. Louis jersey, Phil?
St. Louis?
Close enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So the St. Louis jersey dropped.
No, John. It's St. Louis. All caps. You have to emphasize.
St. Louis.
Yes.
Just look, we talked about the Blackhawks before. Taking these stripes and just simply moving them up. It's a brilliant design. It's finally they take something really different. The roundel actually works. I don't love all the details of it, but
for Chicago, like it's any event jersey is always going to be good. They're not going to stray too far from the path. And when they did, that all black jersey was kind of well received. Like they did pretty well.
The biggest risk in Chicago is they're going to be too boring, and they didn't do that here.
No.
So wins.
Yeah, it's a safe play, but it's a good play.
St. Louis, on the other hand,
you want me?
I'm so disappointed by this jersey. So disappointed. I really hope for some good things, and they whiffed. But before I guess we get too much into the critiques of it, Phil, can we go through the other slides?
Okay, so we'll start with the better one, which is not in order. You don't have one of just.
I probably had them in order, but you.
Didn't you have one? No, you don't have one with Bedard. Okay, so there's the two side by side.
You can see the Blues have sleeve numbers in the stripe. The Blackhawks have the logo in the stripe.
Can people see this? Like, is it going to be big enough for them to see?
I think so.
I mean, I think for Chicago's itself, that stands out. Like you can see those.
No, I think he means like, is it better to just simply share the slideshow rather than
that's what I'm thinking.
Have it be in the bottom corner after Phil worked really hard to try and get it so we're all on the screen at the same time with it. We'll come back to this. It's a good view to be in, but we'll just use the slideshow.
That's the one. There we go.
So okay, so you really get to see in there that St. Louis. Next slide.
I
heard that. Laughing back there.
Yeah, so you can see the side view. I like the font on the St. Louis numbers. I think I have a picture of the back, I think.
Man, Bedard looks like he's 14 years old.
I don't like the stripes stopping. That's an often gripe of mine. Like
that seems to be a very new trend. Like we saw it in the PWHL jerseys. We're seeing it here. Like I don't understand. I too am big into continuity like that. Like just all the way around. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean Florida leaned into it hard. Minnesota does it. Like it's if you can't make your numbers work, then don't do it. And really, I think the answer is that you go like the Toronto St. Pat's jersey and you have the numbers on the rugby squares.
Love it.
which looks even more retro. Like, why wouldn't you single color number on that? It can't like be like it's that big of a like loss in fabric. Like, come on, guys, do better. Do better on that.
Well, maybe that's going to be a Fanatics thing. Like that is their
That's one of the things
claim
that
to fame.
I did include. This is straight from shop.nhl. Can you see what the problem is with this Fanatics quality?
No name bar. No name bar.
No, it's on there.
You're in too close.
There's a mistake, not in terms of a design.
The old 17 to 71. Very good.
Yes, they they used the wrong front picture. They just cribbed it from someone else and just okay, yeah. So I was tempted to order it just to see if that's what I got, but I passed.
Yeah, that's fair.
The back is bland. They did a thing with the numbers, which I think I have a picture in there. Yeah, so it's baseball pinstriping for Wrigley Field. I imagine it's just going to be some cut in the felt.
But is that going to be on that middle tier version that people are going to want, or is that going to be only a top tier?
You touched my biggest complaint so far is that I had to order an premium with a number on the back which is $240 when I would have been happy with either the blank, which they did not sell, and now the Winter Classic and the Utah jerseys. There has been no replica version on sale. And I know everyone like, oh, you're the Fanatic, but like I know it fits well. I actually prefer the fit of it. And it's way cheaper. And when I don't care that much, it's not my team. I'm not like, oh, it's gonna be super rare or something. Like I'm actually upset that there's no cheaper option. And I wonder if that's gonna be a Fanatics thing of like when it comes to a short run of jerseys like Utah in 1 year or a special event, they're just not gonna release replicas.
I would say for Utah, because they came out so fast, I can see them focusing on the one that's going to make the most money at first. Maybe that will change, but yeah, there was a rumor about this last year when it was Boston Pittsburgh that the Fanatics didn't come out at first, but then they did. So
yeah, maybe I bought too soon. We'll see. We'll see how good that felt is if I feel like keeping it.
We'll find out Friday.
Or if it doesn't fit. I also know that.
Nice. What else we got?
Next slide. Okay, so with the Blues, they said there's a new Blue Note. Can you tell what's new? Because I mean, I guess there's no white outline on it.
It looks more italicized, if that makes sense. Honest to God, I'm looking at it now. It almost looks like the Fanatics logo. Like, tilt your head.
There's your conspiracy theory.
I'm gonna get my tinfoil hat and put it on here and say that is.
The wing is not as so like in your crest, the gap between the stick note.
Yeah, he's right.
A big indentation there. I was trying to count the number of like feathers, whatever they want to call them, and those look like the same.
Well, I think that's supposed to be the sheet music. Like that's supposed to mirror sheet music, a bar.
No, it's Fanatics.
5 lines. So yeah, I can see I can't unsee the Fanatics logo now. Like that's the problem. But that's
let's purge it from the screen, Phil.
All right, purged.
Look, it's not the worst of jerseys, but it looks very collegiate.
Yeah, it's got St. Louis University vibes. Like,
now, don't besmirch the Billikens on that. They look better.
Well, we've been to a Billikens game. It was awesome.
Yeah,
the
Montreal
white space, like that's what gets me. It's got those Nashville vibes to it a little bit. Like,
yeah, I can.
It's also not.
It was good seeing John. I like him. I'm glad he. There it is.
It's not vintage. Like, vintage white either.
Well, the Nashville was not vintage. That's vintage white. That's vintage white? It looks like someone spilled coffee in their bags.
I can't see. So we'll find out. I don't.
It's not a great look. It's not a great look. I
Very disappointing.
understand what they're trying to do with the St. Louis, but for me, for someone who enjoys continuity, the fact that it's small Saint and then all Louis, like I understand you're throwing back to a design that never existed. It was a concept, but never existed. But
That
this is not a good look.
That's what they're saying. It came from a look that from a 1966 prototype. And I think the next slide is where I have that. I don't see it.
The font
Mm,
itself, it's not a perfect match.
Like
But
why shrink the T?
wasn't that an old? Isn't that old school kind of like when you did Saint and stuff like that,
I mean,
where
there was that kind of but
the Irish McCormick or something like that, the little C kind of, but that's a lowercase or whatever. And
but why is Lewis all capitalized? It completely throws off the balance of the jersey. The number kit's awesome. Like what
the
a
number
great
kit is
number
awesome.
kit.
I agree.
Yeah.
what if it's being because it's music loud, so it's like pronounced.
You're really you're helping them. Like even that didn't make it into the notes on what this is supposed to be
No,
about.
this is really what happened was St. Louis is like, wait, what? We're in a Winter Classic again? Here's my paper for 50%. Like this is exactly what it was.
And here's the thing. I really expected that they're going to wear either of those jerseys in the picture. That like they used the white one for the reverse retro in yellow. Wasn't great. Why not do that in vintage white? That's the easy answer. That's the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Or if the NHL wants to actually do it right, you have this color v color. I mean, one of the best, if not the best Winter Classic is Detroit and Toronto up in Ann Arbor, which was red versus blue.
Yeah.
You're telling me we can't have red versus blue again?
You swap out St. Louis, you slap the blue note on there, like it's not dynamic, but it's a safe play, and it looks like a Blues jersey. Like
I think that blue concept jersey that when they got the franchise, like, is it a bit gimmicky? Yes, but they've also danced around it the whole time. And why not just do it? Why not just do it? Red versus blue. It would look great. No one would really complain. People would be like, "Oh, that's interesting," but like no one would be like, "Oh, it's awful."
Yeah, it would have been a safe play, honestly.
Yeah, I did make a concept. It's at the end of this. Look at it from the back. It's not terrible.
No, it's the problem is when you turn around.
Honestly, if they simply did not have the midriff stripe and just left the blue note, I think I'd like it.
Yeah, I very much agree with you. Or
I think it'd be nice and simple, and I'd like it. And then, of course, that detail's there.
Yeah.
But, and I think my concept's next. How do you save this? That's how I'd do it.
Wow. Did you command paint.exe on your computer for this one?
Yes, I did, and
honestly,
I used it, and
honestly,
that was done within 3 minutes.
You have the barber pole striping effect here. You have the blue note, but just a different take on it. The clef there.
It was an unused word mark from 1995. There was red shadows. I took that out. I also couldn't decide if I really wanted to leave it navy or not, but I also had literally 5-minute concept. And the sheet music, like I was aiming for sheet music across the chest, like they did with the diagonal one. But like it's like at least there's a storytelling element. At least it's visually interesting. It kind of mirrors Chicago with having things across and actual stripes, but these stripes actually have a meaning to them and not just moved. Like just the lack of imagination on St. Louis's part. And of course, could you put a blue note there and do just as well? Yes. I think I saw someone do it with the trumpet shoulder patch and put it like, but like I tried to match the vibe of it where they want a word mark. Okay, well, there you go. And
would a blue note on this like sheet music striping, would that be too much? Would it be like the Ottawa O on that barber pole gradient? That barber pole, not gradient, but that striping.
Hold on. How quickly can I put this? How quickly can I mock this up as you talk?
Paint.exe. This looks like, oh my God, this looks like an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
As we're trying to like put together what the killer looked like.
This has like Unsolved Mysteries graphic vibes to it.
Unsolved Mystery.
Yes.
Why they did such a bad job.
The
Wait, me or them?
Well,
so the NHL or the NFL, one of the two, did a I think it was the NFL, did a Unsolved Mysteries style hat, new era hat. It was awesome. This very much evokes that. But this is, I don't know.
anyways.
But I think, is this the closing thought before John finishes his? Do you need another moment to mock up your?
I don't know how he's gonna have me expect to do this.
Yes, that I have not yet figured out. You're right.
Phil, you and I will close this out, and then we'll give John some extra time. Chicago, like John said, we knew about Chicago a long time ago. Everything was confirmed. It's a good play. It's a smart play.
Refresh the slide deck, Phil.
That requires.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hold on. I don't want everyone to see what's on my desk.
Well, but like, see, look, and you still have that in the corner. Look how good that is.
You are something.
Share it.
And sorry, Shrams, I did not mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. I was just complimenting Chicago and saying that they've figured it out once again.
No, I didn't color match perfectly, but also
no.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think it works either. But
I think a few less stripes on the top and the bottom to where the blue note isn't completely encompassed in stripes, I think would be. You don't have to do this because people have other things to do, but the idea that it's not all encompassing within the stripes itself, I think would be unique.
I can make this happen.
No, we need.
Phil, final thoughts?
I mean, they come in 2 days. We already ordered them, so we'll get first.
Dang, really?
Yeah, they were ready to ship.
Who'd you guys get?
I got a Bedard.
I got a Bedard, and I got I think you actually have his picture here, I think. Because they only had so many. Did I get Kyrou?
Oh,
I think I got
Jordan Kyrou.
Maybe.
Now, fingers crossed that nothing happens to those players that you ordered from and that your jersey is actually legit.
Which happened to me with the Seattle Winter Classic. Yeah, and luckily they wore it as a third jersey for a game, and I did that. All right, Phil, refresh.
Refresh, Phil.
The slide deck.
Let's see if we're onto something here. Boy, I got a great value jersey closet compared to yours. Like, this is not good.
You definitely there's a lot of room for growth, Shrems. I still think you're
there's no room for growth. That's the problem. I've already gone upwards. There's no more room for growth.
You need to have a system to be able to pull them out like bookshelves.
Yeah,
I think it's better.
There it is.
It's better.
There it is.
Or simply remove the whole midriff stripe, but that take a little more work. But
honestly, they tried to do something different, and I don't think it hit.
Bring back the arch logo if you want to roundel on both sides.
Love the idea.
That actually, awesome. I like that idea too. Actually, that on a white.
John, we don't have time for this.
People
can rebuild him.
You can't do St. Louis Arch.png and then just slap it in there like.
What you think?
So maybe we'll do some magic and maybe shorten this so it's like from. Where's your snap?
Where's my what?
Snap.
You don't know. I don't know. Oh! You do that. That's not my job.
Okay. Well, then when I go like this and I'll edit it and. But and so they'll be here in 2 days. The jerseys will be in here 2 days. Unlike my PWHL jerseys, which God knows where they're at because there's no confirmation that they have been fulfilled. And it's been 2 weeks now.
Bill feels unfulfilled.
And like no like, oh, they're on back order, oh, nothing like that. Just like that. Now several more sold out online. And I got the boilerplate, like, we're just having a problem processing all the orders. I'm like, well, it's been 2 weeks and Thanksgiving's coming up, and I don't want us to have those jerseys sitting outside when I'm not home.
We underestimated our popularity, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I could go on Dick's Sporting Goods right now and buy it, be here for Friday for $5 cheaper. So
you are gonna be glad you waited around for this one.
Hopefully people did.
I'm
trying to fill in
to see this magic, to see the magic of MS Paint working.
Phil, redo the slides.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Enhance.
How many clicks it is to enhance? Yeah, like,
good heavens, you found it. You found it, you've won it. If people stuck around this long, you know what? I'm gonna make this the cover photo for the.
You know how many people that would throw how many people off? Of like, but that's not what I.
No, but that works. You could even get rid of the blue center even and just have the gold kind of there. Just kind
Can you do
well, but like keeping it around will matches Chicago, which I think is what they wanted to do anyway. That's why it's a midriff stripe. So it matches. Chicago's got the flag stars in it. That has the arch. Like, what more do you want? That's it. That's how you fix it
right there. You've done it.
That's how you fix it.
So St. Louis, if you're listening, if you're watching, if anyone's catches on.
Seriously, call me up before these things go out, and I will design stuff for you.
He doesn't sleep at night, so he could have
in MS Paint.
You'll need some professionals to clean it up after the fact, but you get a design.
No, I want exactly this with the blue that doesn't fit on it. I want exactly like this.
The rectangles in the stripe covering up the St. Louis part. Yes, that's exactly what you'll get.
I do. So
good. John, send me this so I can use it as the cover photo.
All right. Look, honestly, like what a great job, Chicago. What a terrible job, St. Louis. I bought Chicago. I'm not buying St. Louis. I passed on this Nashville one that's Phil's. It was as low as $60, and
you're gonna buy St. Louis when it goes for $49.99 in like 2 months.
It would have to be that price and below, like genuinely.
They did that with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they overstocked on those things, and you can get those things.
I bought multiples of that one.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, like it would have to be that, and hopefully there's something really good in the number font and the number kit. We'll see that when Phil gets his, and if that's the case, I'm certainly not going to get a cheap blank because apparently those don't exist. So,
all right, we've done it.
Yeah, I'm glad we solved the world's problems here.
Very good. Keep up the good work, gentlemen.
So there's your news on the NHL Winter Classic. Yeah.
And tell us what you think. Is the McRib coming back a good idea? Should we be able to buy gallon jugs of the barbecue sauce? Leave a comment
and keep commenting for how to adjust the concepts, and I'll be right here fixing it up as we go.
Take tomorrow off. I need you live and ready to go.
All right. Well, I'm taking us out here, guys. We need to wrap this up.
He's Shrems. I'm John.
Let's keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah, I say we keep going. Let's see how long we can push this
marathon.
Well, the video will close out in 40 minutes. So, I mean, we got 40 minutes total. So, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos. Come back soon. We're going to have videos on these jerseys in person on another episode of Ugly Thirds. We should really have an end plate in the corner here so I can
Did you stop recording or are we still doing this?
Enhance.
And